Welcome back. It has been 6 hours now and our dough has doubled in size. So what I'm gonna do now is remove the plastic wrap and punch it down. 1, 2, punch. 1, 2, punch. 1, 2, punch. Punching it down. It's probably good and punched now. In the meantime, we're gonna let this sit for another 15 minutes. I am going to microwave a tablespoon of butter and preheat the oven to 450 degrees. Be back in 15. All right, so another 15 minutes has passed and I hope you enjoyed my punching face. Now we are ready to coat our pan with a tablespoon of butter. So I'm just gonna pour that in. And I personally like using this kind of brush. So I'm just gonna move this all around. You could probably use your hands too. This is just easier for me and then I don't have to get my hands dirty and wash them in the middle of cooking. By the way, while you're waiting for things to cook or, waiting for the dough to rise, what I like to do is get in a little house cleaning. So while the dough was rising, I finished all of the dishes that I've made from cooking today. Alrighty, so our pan is nice and buttered. Now I'm going to pour the dough in. And it's honestly probably gonna be a little bit much. So I'm going to flatten it in the middle. And then I'm going to push it up the sides until we get that nice, thick, deep dish pizza size we're looking for. The dough should be pretty thick because it's going to be holding a lot of ingredients. And you'll find that sometimes your dough is going to try to retract and go back towards the middle. I like to take my fingers and really push it out on those edges. All right, we're almost there. Got to get it going a little bit over the edge so it can hold on. There we go. Now I have taken a package of pre-sliced mozzarella cheese slices and I am going to put 12 ounces of mozzarella cheese lining the entire base of our pizza dough. And I am going to cross over and overlap these cheeses. So we get nice cheesy evenness. This deep dish pizza is really heavy in tomato sauce, which is full of lots of liquid. So we don't want all of that liquid ruining our pizza crust and making it soggy. Of course, the high temperature is going to help with that as well, which you always do that with pizza. Pizza is cooked at a very high temperature. And you want to make sure that your oven is very well preheated before making pizza. I'm just gonna cut up some of those. All right, so we're doing this the traditional way. So I have a pound of Italian sausage, and I am just going to put this down. I'm going to push it down into this cheese over half of our pizza. Make a nice thick layer, and don't be too shy. This is going to be nice and meaty. By the way, you want to buy this sausage ground already, so it is easier to push in. We're not looking for like kielbasa slices or anything like that. So I have half of my pizza filled up with that sausage. Now I'm going to take 6 ounces of pepperoni. This is the only pepperoni I could find, so this is the pepperoni I'm going to use. And I'm just going to put a nice thick layer of pepperoni, again, overlapping all of the slices here. We want there to be a lot of pepperoni in this side. This is also going to help with our moisture barrier for the crust. And hey, I suppose if you didn't have pepperoni or you didn't have fresh Italian sausage, you could probably just fill it up completely on one side or the other, sorry, on both sides with all of the ingredients. I'm actually going to bring this patch of pepperoni all the way up on the sides. I want it all the way around, just like our mozzarella cheese is. So I want to use a decent portion of this package. Almost done. I'm actually gonna push this sausage up a little bit too. I want it to go more up around the sides. We don't just have cheese. Now I'm going to take some crushed tomatoes. Usually you're gonna wanna do whole tomatoes, but this is all I could find. And I am just going to pour this 28-ounce can in there. Make sure it's nice and mixed around. Now, since I did that with my hands, I'm going to have to wash my hands because I need to grab the Parmesan cheese. Be right back. All right, so my hands have been washed. Now it's time to put our Parmesan cheese all over the top. Want a nice thick layer. It's going to get nice and browned. So we want that cheesy goodness on the top. And then after we're done with the cheesy goodness, we are going to pop this in the oven for at least 25 minutes. Now, I know you're thinking that's pretty long for pizza, but these deep dish pizzas, as you can see, take a lot of ingredients, so they take a lot longer to cook. So I'm going to pop this in the oven now for 25 minutes, and I'll see you when it's all done. All right, it has now been 25 minutes, so it is time for the great reveal. I'm taking my big KitchenAid mitts because I like to burn myself in the oven. Not on purpose, but accidentally. Woo, that is warm. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at that bubbling cooked goodness. Look at that beauty. So now we're gonna let her sit for 5 minutes, wait for her to cool down a little bit, and then we will get to serving.